Hello, welcome back to another deck profile on the channel. Today I'm bringing my updated Wargreymon deck for you all to hopefully enjoy as I've changed the way I'm playing it, the style and all that stuff. So without further ado, let's just dive into it, shall we? Start off with our eggs. We're playing 4 of the BT9 Coromons to give plus 1000 DP to Greymon in name as well as Ogremon in name. The 1000 DP does come up. We're no longer playing the BT5 as the draw because we're not really running the X antibodies anymore to like hopefully draw into. So we're going for the 1000 DP. On to rookies. We're playing 4 of the staple Ogremon in pretty much every Greymon deck. BT12. Real top 4. Add a Greymon or Omnimon in name to your hand, as well as a Tamer with Tie in its name. Place the rest at the bottom of the deck. Pretty much a staple in almost every Greymon deck now. Just searching top 4 is so good. Inheritable plus 1000 DP as long as it's got Greymon or Omnimon in name. Comes up for blocking situations. Next we have 4 of the BT14 Ogremon. So this Ogremon is crazy in my opinion. So this replaces the promo slot. So its inheritable is as long as it's got Greymon or Omnimon in name plus 2000 DP. So the old promo Ogremon is just 3 Greymon, it didn't do the Omnimon, so it's slightly better in that aspect. But this one as well, start main, as long as you've got a Tamer with Tie in its name, you may digivolve into a Greymon from your hand for 0 cost. Now, under the right situations, this means you can go from Rookie to Mega all in the one turn, as long as you're at the right setup. And that setup is generally like certain things are needed for it and things like that. Like certain Tamers, like your Ties and that. Having certain cards in hand, and the right Greymon to digivolve. We are running 4 of the Ogremon X antibodies, so reveal top 3, add a Greymon or Omnimon in name to hand, and then 1 X antibody amongst them. Now, I guess we're not running X antibody, we're not running the option card at all, so that part never comes up. So it's just another search for a Greymon or Omnimon, as well as a cost of 0 digivolve to then draw a card. Because essentially, it's the main reason why we play this. Because, like I say, we're not really focused on the X antibody anymore.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, that way you never miss a thing.
On to level 4s. Because we're playing the OTK and we're focused for it, we're playing 4 of the structure deck 1 Greymon plus 1 security attack. Simple, straightforward. We've got a point that we want to focus on, and that's what we're doing. We want to OTK, and this will help us do it. Next, we're running 2 BT5 Greymons, so this is for the BT14 Ogremon as well. So when we can digivolve to a Greymon for 0, if we digivolve to this one, we just get a memory for free. It's very nice. We're only playing as a 2-of though for the space. Then while this Digimon has Greymon or Omnimon in name plus 2000 DP is inheritable. Kind of come up on the occasion, but we're hoping to maybe see this if we want to kind of rush ourselves back up to a mega level Digimon, in case our line's been destroyed or something. Then we're running 3 Greymon X antibodies from BT9. Just straightforward inheritable. If a Greymon or Omnimon name will be deleted, returned to hand or deck, we can trash 2 at the same level to prevent that from happening. So it's a nice little protection. It doesn't protect us from battle though, which does suck, but it's also a free digivolve on top, just to get more draws going to hopefully see our pieces. And then to line up our level 4s, we're running 1 Greymon X antibody from BT11. So, like I say, we're not running X antibody option cards at all, so the inheritable will never come up. But the reduced digivolution cost is too good to pass up. So reduced cost essentially by 1 or 2, just for digivolving on top of this guy is absolutely crazy. And like I say, it's too good to pass up. On to level 5s. Speaking of reduced digivolution cost, a Digimon that we could digivolve into 1 on top of that Greymon X antibody. Metal Greymon from BT12, because it is 2 colors. So, it's got Raid. Then we've also got when an attack target switch, we may play 1 black or red Tamer card with a play cost of 4 or less from our hand for the cost of 0. Comes up occasionally, not that much. It's more of its inheritable, which is why Digimon has Greymon or Omnimon, it gains Piercing. So that's what mostly comes up for, but it's still a really good Greymon. The Raid and that does come up occasionally. When on the odd occasion, it does come up, but not all the time. Then we are running 3 Metal Greymon X antibodies from BT9. Get that +1 security attack for the OTK potential, as well as plus 3000 DP until the end of the opponent's turn. So this can come up if we, for blocking situations, get that massive DP buff to get over our opponent's security, but then we've also got a massive DP in case we need to block anything coming our way. On to level 6s, we're running 3 of the BT12 Wargreymon. So this is our main way of doing the OTK. So as long as we have a Greymon and the Metal Greymon in the line, Metal Greymon X antibody that is, we can essentially... So his effect is got raid, so you can switch his tag target. When Digivolving plus 3000 DP and reboot, so we can be aggressive with him, and if we've given him blocker via a tie, he'll reboot so we can still protect. And then once per turn, when attack target switch, he'll unsuspend. So he's a double blocker if he gets blocked, but if we've got the Metal Greymon X antibody and the structure as an ST1 Greymon in the line, we can essentially swing, declare raid, PS, do 3 checks, he'll stand, swing again for the last 2 checks. That's if they haven't recovered any security. So like this is one of the easiest ways to go for the OTK. Then we're also running 2 BT14 Wargreymons. The Warp Digivolve effect does not come up that much. It does come up on the odd occasion. So if we have a team with tie in its name and our opponent has a Digimon with 10,000 DP or more, we can just Warp Digivolve from an Wargreymon to this guy. And when Digivolving, he gains raid, and he'll also declare attack, so he's got built-in blitz. It's great. If you have a Tamer, this Digimon will gain +1 security attack and piercing when he is attacking himself. So because of that, there is a way. If you have the Structure Deck 1 Greymon, the Metal Greymon X antibody, and the Memory Setter tie from BT1, when this guy declares an attack, that'll be 5 checks on its own. So he can do all 5 checks by himself, but it requires more setup, like I say, because it requires to have a tie in that. So there is a way to do all 5 swings. Again, with this guy, we require less setup, and if you've chipped with a rookie early on, he requires even less, because at that point it requires like the Metal Greymon X antibody, or the Structure Deck 1 Greymon, or the tie type thing. Because then it's just 2 checks, 2 checks. If you've chipped damage early on. Then for our level 7s, we're running 2 BT5 Blitz Omnis. Again, this is the way we do all the security checks with Wargreymon, Digivolve this guy, get game. That is generally the idea, but there has been times where I've Digivolved into this guy, did the when Digivolving unsuspend, and then just left it there, have him sitting there as a blocker. Because my opponent still has security, or they've got blockers on board that I know they're going to block with, so I'll just sit there with an Omnimon, knowing I need to protect my security, and I was like, okay, I've just got this big beefy blocker now. On to Tamers. We run 3 of the BT12 ties to give 1000 DP and blocker to any Greymon or Wargreymon. So gives us a nice opportunity to get blocker, and also when we would Digivolve into a Greymon or Omnimon, we can suspend him to gain a memory. Combining this with the BT14 Wargreymon as well as the BT5 Greymon, Digivolve into that Greymon for 0, tap this, gain 2 memory, 1 from him, 1 from the Greymon. If you've got your memory setter in play, that's essentially putting you on 5 memory. Then we have 3 BT1 ties for the +1 security attack as well as a memory setter. I was originally running this as a 2 of and the BT12 as a 4 of, but I started to like the 3 and 3 ratio a lot better than the 2 and 4. As like I say, I'm more wanting to focus on trying to get the OTK. I want to see this tie a bit more often, because then it means I don't need to see that Structure Deck 1 Greymon. I don't need to see that Metal Greymon X antibody if I get to see this tie. I do need to see all the pieces if they've got 5 security, and my only line is the BT14 Wargreymon though. On to option cards. I'm running 3 red memory boosts. Did miss this card slightly. Just being able to get some memory involved with needing to Digivolve for the safety play, especially if you're going against like a blue deck or something. So being able to pop this, gain 2 memory. Okay, I can hit an Ice Wall now or a Hammer Spark and feel safe. So missed this bit, so I'm playing this as a 3 of. Search top 4, add a red Digimon, and then just pop to get 2 memory later on. But then we are running 3 offensive training alongside of it. So search top 2, add 1 red card amongst them to your hand, and then put the other one to the bottom of the deck. There are sometimes you play this in Gwyff, because obviously not everything in the deck is red, so there is opportunities of that to happen. And there are opportunities where you want to get like 1 red card. But yeah, and then you can pop this to Digivolve into a red Digimon for the reduced cost of 2. but you have to digivolve into a red, which is fine because everything in this deck is red. And then for our last option card, we're running 2 Crimson Blaze. If it wasn't for the way the format is, I would probably run this as another memory boost, another training. Just like, once again, focus, try and see those pieces, get the OTK building, things like that. But with the way the format is, Crimson Blaze is kind of needed. And there has been times where I've played this for like 5 or 6 just to stop my opponent because I know they're going to go for game next turn, which allows me to get game my turn. Or it's maybe a turn I've got to go hatch, digivolve the rookie, play this, just so they can't kill me. Like, they can't do an OTK of their own, so then next turn I can raise up and start doing things. So this has been my Wargreymon OTK build that I've updated up and playing a lot of. Hope you've all rather enjoyed it. If you want got any suggestions for the deck, put them in the comments down below. If you want to see some more matches with this, also put that in the comments down below as anything, please. It is much appreciated. And I'll catch you all in the next deck profile or match, whichever comes up. Till then.